So guys, this is Goober, and today I'm going to be going over how to play Melee Paradox. This is going to be split into roughly 3 parts. The first part teaching about the movement tech, heavy melee canceling. The second part talking about building, and also introducing some combos. And the third part being a little clip dump of some of the stuff I've done. Either convince you to try it, or maybe come check out my stream sometime once I'm more recovered from my cough. Alright, first things first, heavy melee canceling. If you see me play Melee Paradox on other people's streams or on mine, you'll notice that I'm flying around at really stupid speeds that you'd think shouldn't be possible for a character like Paradox. What this looks like is something like this. Now, in order to do this, there are a couple variations. The normal melee cancel will be punching, and then canceling with an ability or an item like Carbine, Colossus, or Fleetfoot. This is great for faking out parries, and it's kind of just a troll way to melee fight. But in order to turn it into a movement option, you're going to want to jump first, and as you're jumping, you want to start holding your melee at the same time. And then you do the cancel in the air. Now you want to make sure you're doing the cancel as you start moving forward and not before, or else just stand still. And the last part you want to make sure you're doing is letting go of the punch button. This is the most important part and the part people mess up the most at first. If you continue holding the punch button, you'll just do something like this. Now that you guys know how to melee cancel, and I'd suggest practicing that for like about 30 minutes, I'm going to go over some combos and itemization and leveling orders on Paradox. First things first, you're leveling. You're going to want to go 2 points into Carbine, 2 points into Swap, and then Max Wall. The reason why you want to do this, let me show you, is for your duration, for when your combos cool down in order to melee cancel more often. And you want cooldown on your swap and the damage for your combos as well. After that, the reason you max wall is to instantly get that silence. Silence is super strong 1v1s and great for getting picks for your team. Then you want to get cast range on swap to get picks more in the mid game. Then the final Carbine and max save. Next thing we're going to go over is itemization. In early lane, depending on the lane matchup, you're going to want to go either close quarters or high velocity and headshot booster. Close quarters for matchups you're more dominant in, which is rare in solo lanes for Paradox, and you don't have to focus on farming as much. And high velocity for lanes where you have to focus on farming, and if you keep getting denied, you lose the lane. If you need to, go extra regen. Really strong item right now. I suspect it's getting nerfed though, because of how strong it is. And then you're going to want to go for melee charge. Headshot booster, one of these two into melee charge. You want to get your heavy melee cancels up as fast as possible to start doing your combos. And then from there, there's a bit more variation. You can either go Fleetfoot if you're ahead to go and roam farther. Mobility options if you're feeling like a bit sluggish. Personally, I like going Fleetfoot first. Or if you want to stay in lane and keep fighting, go your melee items first and fight with your melee. Mid game, you're always going to want to go bullet res first. Bullet res gives the most damage buffs to your melee. Cooldown in order to use melee cancels more often. And then for your first flex slot, you want to go Hunter's Aura. Until you get Hunter's Aura, get other 300s, I recommend going Headhunter first, being it's the strongest the earlier you get it. Into either Point Blank or Pristine, depending on which 500 you got. But make sure you get Hunter's Aura as soon as you can. Makes your 1v1 super strong, makes your punches do a shit ton more damage. Now later in the game things get a bit more difficult. Unfortunately you aren't as strong anymore, like around 25 minutes you're going to fall off in both 1v1 potential and survivability. This is where you're going to want to go Colossus. Colossus is your first 6k, always, no exceptions, unless you really need Curse. You want to go Colossus, into Curse, into other supportive items like Kevlar. If you manage to get really fed before 25 minutes, I recommend going things like Life Strike, Rapid Recharge, Superior Cooldown. Get as fed as possible before that point, and once you hit 25, transition to more of a supportive playstyle, because you are not nearly as strong on 1v1s at this point in the game. The final thing I want to do before I wrap this up with a little clip dump is talk about some of the combos you're going to want to do on this character, both in lane, out of lane, mid game, and I mean, not really late game combo, but there's stuff you can do late game as well.
Time comes for everyone, huh?
Now, first combo is a simple carbine to melee. So you're using carbine to engage, carbine punch. Now this isn't a true combo, but it's very disorienting and it's difficult to parry because of the delay from carbine. But they can parry. So if they're ready for it, get ready to cancel it with another punch maybe, catch them off guard, or just swing it around, dodge them. Next combo. What seems to be your full combo usually is going to be a carbine hit into melee, nade wall swap. I missed the wall there, but what that would do is keep them stuck in your nade swap, silence them with your wall, and give you all the life steal during that time. Let's do it again. Something like that. That will be your full combo. Your most damage throughout the entire game is going to come from that. That's about it for my basic rundown of Melee Paradox. If you guys want, I could maybe do sort of a VOD review of one of my replays playing it. I'm not thinking of live commentary because I'm new to this. But hopefully the gameplay I show after this, a lot of the clips, will convince you to try it. And even if you don't want to try Melee Paradox itself, at least consider picking a melee charge in order to use the carbine cancel to rotate lanes early, as I think it's a very, very strong way to get value on Paradox early with roams. Alright, enjoy the clip dump. The cancel, melee up there.
Bro, like, what did I just watch? How is that a thing that you're allowed to do in this game? He used 0 stamina doing that.